Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem 7 with that emulator guy. In the last part, we managed to finish up the story for Chapter 1 and the prologue for Chapter 2. So now we're gonna get started on Chapter 2. Alright, here we go. Jason, hold on a moment and allow me a short detour. There's a sacred sword enshrined in an altar east of here. The people of Sakai go there to pray for safety at the onset of a long journey. Oh, how quaint! The teachings of Elamine have the most followers in the Lebe. It's nice to see that, here at least, the ancient customs are still observed. Oh, whoa, those bandits came out of nowhere. Old man, stay where you are, and hold your tongue. Threaten me as you will, but I will not give up the Mani Katti. The Mani Katti is a sacred blade under divine protection. It cannot be removed from its place of rest. 1 second, viewers. This is it. It's more magnificent than I'd imagined. This sword was made for the swordsman of my skill. Huh? What's this? I can't draw the sword from its scabbard. The spirits of the blade have judged you. You have been found wanting. They have rejected you. What? Listen, you senile old fool, if you value your own life, you'll get out of my sight. Ow, that looked like it hurt. Shoved through a door. Curses, miserable spirits. I care nothing for you. I'll tear this altar down stone by stone. I beg your pardon, milady. Are you headed east, to the altar? Yes, we are indeed. Then you must hurry and help the priest there. I saw a band of local ruffians headed there not long ago. They seemed intent on stealing the altar's sacred sword. The Mani Katti? They're going to steal it? I cannot allow this to happen. You look like a virtuous group. Please save him. Lindis, what are you planning? If you hope to go to the priest's aid, you'll need to prepare. You're right. Say, Jason, there's some homes to the south of us. Perhaps we should go there and question the residents. Okay. Now here's another concept it just happens to add out of nowhere. You can visit towns and villages inside the map. Say, aren't you the... Oh, you're going to help the priest. Well, perhaps you could benefit from something I saw earlier. The bandits may have the main entrance guarded. However, one of the altar's walls is cracked and in poor repair. You might be able to create another entrance by hitting that section with your weapons. Where all your horses can move again after they visit someplace, or do anything, really. It's imperative you visit them. Okay, now it's going to tell you about fortresses. Basically, if you stand on them, you get you gain HP each turn. Same thing for your enemies. They offer more defense and higher evasion than regular platforms do, so they're good in that case. Worst case scenario, you know how it is. Again, enemies move one at a time, blah blah blah, it's nothing new. This chapter's goal is to defeat the leader and seize the throne. Sometimes when you defeat enemies, you'll get items and, all that good stuff. Keys, vulneraries, crap like that. Weapons, even, sometimes. If you want to check somebody's inventory, scroll over the enemy and scroll over to items, and then up and down changes the unit. Like, if it's flashing green, odds are they're going to drop it. In fact, they will drop it, unless they use it before you get to them. Okay, that said, let's move on. Like I said, I usually level Kent and Lynn up more than the others. Sometimes you just can't avoid using Sane, though. But that's okay. You want all your units to be as high a level as you can possibly get them. It's very important that Especially Lynn, it's very important you level her up really high. Because if she dies, it's game over, like I've said before. So yes. Also, if you see cracked walls, you can, more often than not, break them with your weapons. You know, after a certain length of time anyway, you know. You won't just break them in one hit unless you're a really powerful character. Because I want Sane to gain some experience this chapter, I'm going to send him down here to attack. Of course, dude will probably walk around me to attack Lynn, because then he'll be on a forest. Yeah, the AI on this game is actually pretty good when it comes to, you know, plotting their terrain. Oh no, they're going to attack Kent because he's the weakest. Oh, but then he died, so there went Sane's experience. Oh well. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to, you could take Lynn and go down here, but it's so much faster to just do this. Well, or not. I kind of hoped he would break that. Sometimes the enemies will attack the walls, if it means getting in, you know, to fight. Also, the pillars, they offer a special type of, you know, evasion stat as well. So, pick your terrain wisely. If your enemy is on an advantageous terrain, try and be on one if you attack. If not, make sure you can finish them. Because if you don't, you might be hurting after it. And you see, since I'm not on a pillar, he chooses to attack me because he has a slightly better chance of hitting me. Still not good enough to win, but it's something. And Lynn's about to level up. Now, if you want to check your experience and your levels, okay, I'm going to let Kent finish the boss off because he's the lowest level. I'm going to have Sane go down here and attack this guy, though. Yeah, you always want to make sure you have the better weapon equipped. Ooh, I can't afford to kill him in 2 turns. I want Kent to do that. Okay, he's going to attack me, of course. Most of the time, if you're in range of an enemy, no matter whose weapon is better, they're probably going to try and attack you. More often than not, it's a good thing. Because, well... and as you know, swords, or lances beat swords. So since Kent has a lance, he will either have a better hit chance or a higher damage against the boss whenever I choose to attack him. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have Lynn weaken the boss right now. Ooh, I might ought to want to saved. This could end bad. But in worst case scenario, if you have someone... let me explain this after this battle. See, Lynn didn't even beat him and she gained a level. It's good stuff. Okay, let me explain something here. See the stat, aid? Well, if one unit's aid is lower than another's, like Sane or Kent, more often than not, the wyverns, winged beasts, and horses, cavaliers, knights, stuff like that, well, paladins, will have higher aids than the infantry. If you have a higher aid, you can rescue someone who has a lower aid. So let's say Kent isn't able to finish him off this turn, which he might not, so I'm going to save. He might not be able to finish him off this turn. But if worst case scenario and you know you can't win, you can go over here and you can rescue the unit. Okay, here we go. Let's attack and hope we win. And you see, I missed, which means odds are he's going to attack Lynn and kill me. But I'm prepared for this. Unless he misses, Lynn's probably about to die. See? And if you do that, it's game over. Now, if you're playing on an emulator like I am, you can load state until you beat him. Like this. I wouldn't suggest that because that's just cheating, but it can happen. Now I'm going to use my sword and show you. See, his hit chance is even higher now. Okay, now, since you know you can't win, you can rescue the unit and then move a few spaces and wait. The only problem is rescuing and dropping off both kind of take up the turn of both units involved in each task. So, he's healing while I'm trying to beat him. Go figure. Okay, now there's no way I can beat him now. So, I'm going to save. All he has to do is miss me, and he's dead. But he didn't. See, that's the thing. You can almost always lead yourself into a trap. You don't want to do that. Let's see if Sane finished him off. Good job. Bye-bye. And look at that massive experience load. Like, I think that was 80 experience. Yes, enemies will drop items. Okay, now you have to seize the throne. At the end of each chapter, you fully regain your health. Your clothing. Are you of the Lorca tribe? I'm Lynn, the chieftain's daughter. Are you hurt, sir? Thanks to you, I am unscathed. You have my gratitude. And the sword, is it safe? Yes, I have sealed the sword safely away. Until I remove my spell, the sword cannot be drawn. Now, as a token of my gratitude, I shall allow you to lay hands upon the Mani Katti, touch the blade's pattern, and pray for a safe journey. Oh, thank you so much. Whoa, what was that? What did... Wow, bright lights. The sword. It's glowing. It's the power of the spirits. Lynn, they have looked into your soul and they call out to you. What does that mean? You are its rightful owner. You are to wield the Mani Katti. No, I can't. I couldn't. It is the sword's wish. If you require proof, draw it from its sheath. Whoa. It came out effortlessly. I never dared to hope that I might meet the wielder of the Mani Katti in my life. I am indeed fortunate to see your sword reach your hands. My sword? It is time for you to go, Lynn. You face a great many ordeals. Grip this sword and meet your destiny head on. Yes, sir. And we got the Mani Katti, the first of the many specialty swords that only certain people can use. So, this is the Mani Katti, a blade with no equal. This is also unbelievable. Perhaps the most famous sword in all of Sakai, in my hand. It's not so strange. In fact, many legends tell similar tales. Special blades all over the land call out to their proper owners. And yet, when I saw you draw that blade, Lindis, I felt something extraordinary. That sword was waiting for you. You were meant to draw it. Stop it! I'm nothing special. Think of it this way. Some weapons feel more comfortable in your hand, right? Well, the Mani Katti itself feels very comfortable with you. Does this make it any easier for you to accept? It doesn't appear that either of us can use it. It does feel right in my hand. A blade that only I can wield. That seems reasonable enough. I can understand that. Look at it, Jason. This is the Mani Katti. This is my sword. I must care for it well. Oh no. Here we are at Castle Kylin. No, I'm running low on time. What? Madeline's daughter is still alive? Yes, Lord Lundgren. The girl is traveling with Kit and Sane. What are your orders? If we let them be... Bah, I've heard that northern burn is full of bandits. She's just a girl. She'll not survive her journey here. I'm more concerned with my older brother. His life must be ended quickly. The poison, there must be no blunders. Yes, my lord. He suspects nothing and continues to drink it. Do. And that would be the end of the chapter. I have to end it here now. Okay, see ya. Bye.